time or all together?
Let's call them up all together.
Okay, so Dan and Shael and Leela, come on up, come on down. Switch sides. On the other side. Okay. So, oops. These three lovely individuals have come up this morning to receive a Hebrew name, and it's customary to choose a name that has either something to do with your English name or something to do with somebody that you're named after, either sort of the name that you're named after, something like a grandparent or a great-grandparent, or some sort of quality about that person, right? So they've each chosen a name. Do you want me to explain the names? Okay, so we'll go in order. So Leela, I asked Leela where the name Leela came from, and she said that her parents loved the show, the TV show, the sci-fi show Doctor Who, which some of you may remember, probably not, but you can go onto YouTube and probably watch old episodes of it. But in Doctor Who, there was a character, there was this like warrior woman who was very strong, very powerful, and her name was Leela. So that's where Leela's name came from. So Leela and I talked about women in the Tanakh that are women of power, and Leela chose the name Yael. So do you want to explain the story of Yael? You want me to? Okay. Okay. So in the book of Samuel, right? Judges, sorry. In chapter 4, good job. Judges chapter 4, there is this sort of battle going on between one or two of the Israelite tribes and the local Canaanites, right? That we sort of talked about a little bit in the Torah portion. That when we came into the land, there were people that lived here, and they were various Canaanite tribes, and they were idol worshippers and whatever. And we had to fight battles it was actually I would say that the story is that whenever there was sort of consensus among the Israelites, there was peace. But whenever the Israelites would get all sort of riled up and start arguing with each other, then God would bring in another Canaanite tribe to fight with them. And it would sort of be a way to get the Israelites all back together on the same page. So they're in the midst of this battle, and leading the group is, there are actually two powerful women in the story. Leading the group is Deborah. She's the judge who's leading the community, and she leads the tribe into battle against this Canaanite group. And Yael is the wife of a guy. His name is irrelevant at the moment. Yael is the wife of a guy who used to be a member of this Canaanite tribe. And he left the Canaanite tribe to come and live with the Israelite tribe. And so he sort of knows the people on the other side, right, who are coming in. And Yael is sitting in her tent, and the commander of the Canaanite tribe, his name is Barak. Barak comes into her tent and says, like, Yael, can you help me? Can you hide me here? Because they're after me, right? She says, sure, come on in. Let me give you something to eat. Let me give you some warm milk to drink, right? And what happens when you drink warm milk? You fall asleep. So he falls asleep. She takes a tent peg and she goes, boom, right into his head, kills him, right? And then the leader of the Israelite tribe comes in and says, no, it's Sisera, sorry. Sisera, do you know where Sisera is? Barak's the leader of the Canaanite tribe. Barak comes in, says, do you know where Sisera is, to Yael? And Yael says, Hinehu, here he is. He's lying here dead in my tent. I killed him for you. So Yael is just like excuse me, badass woman, right? So this is
The Rambo of Torah.
the Rambo of Torah, exactly. So Leela, we're going to give her the name Yael, and her mother's name is Naomi, right? So she's going to be Yael Bat Naomi. Okay? And you're...
And can I add something?
Yeah.
Many people that live in the desert in Israel name their girls Yael because Yael is also an ibex. The ibex that we saw?
Oh, the ibex.
It's
Yeah.
pure mountain goat animal.
You like to hike. So that's good.
And Naomi is pleasant.
Four-footed hero.
A four-footed hero.
Sure-footed.
Shore-footed, yes. Okay. Dan. Dan's full name is Daniel Norman Goldstein. That's impressive, right? That I remember that, and that's like really a Jewish name, right?
Yeah.
Daniel Norman Goldstein, right? But the Norman, he's named after his grandfather. Do you want to say a word or two about your grandfather?
Yeah, sure. I'll keep it short because I don't know a whole lot about him. He died long before I was born, but he was a family man. I know that, and he was never rich. He didn't make a lot of money, but he did save everything that he possibly could so that his grandchildren and me and my sister could go to college, and he wasn't save enough to pay for that. So nice gesture.
So we did a little research, and Grandpa Norman's Hebrew name was Nisan. So we're going to give Daniel the name Nisan. And Nisan is a bud, like a flower bud, before the flower opens, right? That's what a Nisan is. And Nisan is also the name of a month in the Jewish calendar, and it's in spring, right? So when the flowers are about to open and bud is Nisan. So we're going to give Daniel the name Nisan, and his father's name is Tzvi. So Daniel is going to be Nisan ben Tzvi. Okay? And then Shael, we're not quite sure what Shael means. It's a beautiful name. I can't remember now where it came from. Oh, the architect, right? Shael's parents knew somebody named Shael, and they thought it was a cool name. So thus she's Shael. But Shael and I talked about somebody in her family that she really admired and looked up to. And that person was her grandmother. Do you want to say a word or two about your grandmother?
Sure. My grandma was pretty much a free spirit, really happy person. Loved to travel the world.
Does that sound like somebody we know?
And I had a really special relationship with her, so.
Right. So Shael's grandmother's name was Lillian, and in Hebrew, Lily is Shoshana. So we've chosen the name Shoshana, which is also very similar to Shael because it's a sh sound, right? So, and your mother was Rivka, is that what you said? So Shael is going to be Shoshana Bat Rivka. Okay, so that's the explanation. Rick's gonna
Mishaberach
do-
Avotenu Ve'imotenu, may the one who blessed our ancestors before us, whose names many of us carry throughout the generations, bring blessings to you all with these Hebrew names that should be a source of joy to you, and that through you, you take these names and bless those around you with all of these beautiful, strong, wonderful qualities. Make the qualities your own, as you probably already have quite a bit already, but use them to not only enrich the Jewish people, but to make the world a better place. There's a blessing that we offer at special times in life. Usually when we're doing this for a small child, they're a little bit smaller. And they don't talk back and get to help explain their name, which is it's a wonderful opportunity to be able to do this now. But that blessing we offer at many times of life. We do it at namings and at bar mitzvah, at weddings, and some families do it every Friday evening for their children. The Birkat Kohanim, the blessing of the ancient priestly lass, we'll do it under the talit. So we're going to, Laura and I are going to hold this up. Why don't you step forward a little bit? So we say, Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. The real traditional response is you all say, Ken Yehi Ratzon.
Ken
Yehi Ratzon. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha.
Ken Yehi Ratzon.
May God's countenance shine upon you. Yisar Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
Ken Yehi Ratzon.
May God's face always shine upon you, granting you peace and contentment, and always surrounding you not only by family, but by wonderful friends who will be a part of your life, whose names are intertwined with yours more than just on Facebook. And you will make those names something not only to be proud of now, but for your descendants to be proud of as they look to you as wonderful models. And we say, Amen.
Standing like the Israelis trying to you should see them. All their hands are in diamonds behind their backs.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. And when we get home, Rick and I are going to send each of you an official naming certificate. So you have an official certificate that says exactly what your name is, and then you'll have it forever.
We're going to complete the actual service. We're going to turn now to page 214 where we